There's only 2 months till your GCSE and A-level exams. You might be feeling the pressure or feeling quite stressed right now because there's only 60 days to make an actual difference. Hi, I'm Somya, and instead of panicking, I'm going to tell you what you need to be doing in the next 2 months so you can get top grades. By now, you should have already started going through the content. If you haven't already started learning the content, what I would recommend is to use videos, websites, and knowledge organizers that are made by your teachers to make some revision materials like notes or flashcards to help learn the content. I want you to specifically use these 3 resources in particular because they skip out all the waffle and they only have the points that you actually need to know for the exam, which should save you time. And when you make your own notes and flashcards, do not copy things word for word. You want to be condensing the material into your own words, as you'll remember it better if it's something that you wrote down. When you make your revision materials, I'd also recommend drawing some diagrams alongside your notes. This is known as dual coding, which means presenting information in multiple formats, which can help you understand the content. I'd recommend starting your revision gradually if you haven't started already. Aim for around 20 to 30 minutes each day and slowly build it up every day. I also want you to make a plan for each week so that you already know before you even sit down on the table what you want to get done today. But regardless of how far into learning the content you are, you want to be using your recent mock exam results as a guide to your revision. It might sound obvious, but a lot of students just default to learning or revising the subjects that they're comfortable with because it's less stressful. But if you really want to improve your grades, you need to face the areas that you're struggling in. For example, I was quite bad at English literature, and what I did was that I set aside time at the weekend to properly study it. That's because I've got more time in the weekend, and I've also got more energy because I don't have to deal with 6 hours of school. You might also want to think about revising in a different way or using different resources in a subject that you performed worse in the mocks, because you might find that different subjects for you require different ways of revising. Like for English, I mainly just use videos, but for science, I used physics and maths tutor. You can also use your results to see which subjects you're good at so that you know you don't need to spend as much time on those subjects and can sort of use that time elsewhere. Speaking of time, you want to maximize how well you use your time after school, as this time makes a huge difference to your exam preparation. The first thing I always did was take a break. That was either video games, going to the gym, or having some food. This helped me to reset mentally after 6 hours of school. Then I would usually start studying at 6 p.m. And then as I got closer to the exams, I'd start taking a smaller break and starting earlier in the day. At 6 p.m, I'd usually start off with some homework, and that would help me build some momentum. And then using the plan that I would have made, I would see what subjects I've wanted to prioritize that day, and then just start working. Like I said, it's important that you make yourself a plan like this because you know instantly what you want to get done, which reduces procrastination and wastes less time. When you make yourself a plan like this, you also want to mix up different subjects each day. This will make your brain more engaged and helps with long-term retention. As you can see, I'm revising different subjects and different topics each day, and this is known as interleaving revision. As you can see in this plan, you don't need to study all your subjects each day. I'd recommend just focus on 2 to 3 subjects. And you definitely don't need to study hours each day either. I'd said just to revise 2 to 3 subjects, and I'd recommend just doing 1 hour for each subject that day. And if you do that consistently, you can see how much that would add up. And make sure to plan days where you do little to no work, as that will serve as a break and helps you to deal with any stress. You want to also be removing any distractions, cleaning up your study environment, and experiment with music and rewards, as all of these things can help you to focus after school. After learning all the content, you want to be going over practice questions and past papers. And I recommend using the 4 weeks before exams to do this, because an exam is made up of questions. So the best way to prepare for an exam isn't just rereading your notes, it's to answer questions. And by answering questions, you'll get used to the format of an exam, you'll be able to see what topics you know well and not so well, and most importantly, you'll see the mark schemes of questions. But lots of students don't know how to use questions properly to get better grades. There were always 4 steps that I used to improve my grades using questions. First was the setup. Finding questions in the first place, using the things on screen, and deciding to have questions either in front of you on paper or having them on a screen. The second step was going through the question. Read the question carefully, focus on keywords like describe and explain, and make sure you know what these keywords in a question mean. And what I normally did was, instead of writing out a full answer, I just think about it in my head. If it's an essay subject, it can probably help if you make a quick plan about what you would write, and you could write down some rough bullet points. The third step was, after attempting the question, you want to have a thorough look at the mark scheme. Use the mark scheme to understand where you went wrong. And this is where most of the learning and improvement will happen. The mistakes people commonly make is that they skip over difficult questions, which isn't going to help you, and they move on after they find out they get a question wrong. They just skip to the next question. That also won't help you. Take your time to look over the mark scheme and only move on to the next question when you have fully understood how to get the right answer. Because the thing is, lots of questions are repeated throughout the papers. And if a similar question comes up on your exam, you've already answered it before and you've had a look at the mark scheme. So you sort of know what the mark scheme says. And all you need to do is write that down in the answer. If a mark scheme doesn't make sense, the best thing to do is to ask your teachers, because that will help you understand the question and the mark scheme so that you can get the answer correct next time. And the fourth step is to write down notes about where you went wrong. Writing down bits of information about where you went wrong, or maybe even points from the mark scheme, helps you to consolidate that question so that you can improve for next time. Either add on to any previous notes you've made in a different color, which is what I used to do, or make some extra notes just covering the bits that you missed out on the question. You could also keep a collection of questions you got wrong and then answer them again in a week's time. The main principle of questions is about learning, not about trying to see how many marks you can get. Like I said, after learning the content, you want to move on to questions, spending around 4 weeks before exams on questions, and you could either move straight into past papers or go into topic questions first. If you just started revising, prioritize learning all the content first and then move on to questions using these 4 steps. When you answer questions, you might find that certain topics are a bit difficult for you, like you're getting lots of questions wrong on the same topic. That's a sign that that's one of your weaker topics. You want to make a note of that topic, and you want to spend some time at the weekend trying to relearn that topic. You will only improve further if you work on your weak areas. To help relearn a weak topic, I'd recommend using a different resource to the one you used before. So as I said with science, I used physics and maths tutor, and if I found that equilibrium was a weak topic for me in chemistry, so instead of using that same resource, I'd instead watch a video on equilibrium and also watch some videos about how to answer equilibrium questions. And you can also make some more notes on that topic. I also wanted to touch upon how to avoid burnout in these last 2 months of revision. You want to focus on high quality study sessions instead of long, boring, unfocused hours. Shorter, intense bursts of concentration, like the Pomodoro technique, can be less draining and more productive. So at 6 p.m, for example, I'd spend the first sort of 30 minutes on homework, then I'd take a small break, and then I'd spend 30 minutes on a subject, and then take a small break, then spend 30 minutes on another subject. And that would be my revision done for the day. I've already mentioned having a day in the week where you do less or no work, but you also want to have a balanced routine, like incorporating physical activity, healthy eating, and sufficient sleep into your daily schedule to help with focus. You also want to be setting realistic goals for each day. You can't expect yourself to get a full course done in just a day. Every time you set a goal, break it down into smaller chunks. So instead of revising geography, you want to plan out around when you will study it, what topic you want to study, how long you plan to study it for, and how you'll study it. This helps you avoid feeling overwhelmed and gives you a sense of accomplishment that fuels motivation. And also try to stay connected with other people, like going out with friends or spending time with family, to help reduce that stress. And throughout this video, I've mentioned this plan. A plan will make managing the revision for each subject way easier. If you want to know 4 tips to help manage your subjects and make a plan like this, then watch this video here.